What's up, guys? Zack Hample here with you at Citi Field in New York, my 6th Major League Baseball stadium this season. And we got some interleague action tonight. The Red Sox are here, so that's pretty cool. Gorgeous weather. I'm super pumped up for batting practice. Both of these teams have some guys who can really hit. Now, the ticketing situation is difficult here. I paid an awful lot of money for my seats tonight. I'll talk more about that later. Might complain about it later, but for right now, let's head inside. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. All right, so after that toss-up from a guard on the party deck, Gary DiSarcina hooked it up out in left center, and then a friendly usher up in the concourse tossed me one, said he grabbed that right before the fans got inside. So 3 baseballs in the first group of Mets BP. I love it.
Go, Zack.
All right, kind of a cheapie right there with that toss-up from Mets coach Tony Tarasco. Handed that one to a little kid in the front row, who, by the way, is a big fan of my videos. His name is Gavin, and after the Mets finished hitting, I signed a couple of baseballs, one for him and his brother Logan. So that's 4 from me from the Mets, and you can see I got the Red Sox hat on because they're just out now starting to warm up. They should be hitting soon. That was pretty cool. Kevin Plawecki tossed a ball to another fan out in left center, and I asked him if he could hook me up with the next one. He said yes, and then kept his word about a minute later. So that was my 6th of the day. And by the way, number 5 was tossed by Phillips Valdez, way over near the home run apple in center field. So I want to catch a home run. I have decent numbers today, but it still feels kind of slow, you know? Home runs. Caught one on the fly down in front. That was right to me. And then that one was stuck like this inside the metal armrest. So 8 baseballs. Double digits? We'll see. The biggest problem with seeing the Red Sox on the road is that their fans travel well, especially on the East Coast where it's an easy drive from Boston. So there was lots more competition today for toss-ups, but the Sox were extremely generous with baseballs. I think they tossed as many balls into the crowd today as I've ever seen from a visiting team here, and as a result, I finished batting practice with 9. That final baseball lunging over the railing out in left center, that came from Coach Will Venable. So I obviously want to get one more. I love hitting double digits, but I think pregame toss-ups are going to be tough. I'd love to go down the left field foul line or out to the bullpens, but the ushers were checking tickets here even in batting practice, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get into the seats anywhere. We'll see. So I'm going to wander around a bit, not expecting much, but you know, it's always just fun to check out the stadium from different angles.
The victory was Otani's first since May of 2018. And finally,
visit Hollywood, where the Reds put an end to their 7-game losing streak with a 5-3 victory in 10 innings over the Dodgers.
I just love how the Mets are not letting fans down into the seats in left field for BP for social distancing, but it's fine if 300 people are packed into a Shake Shack line out here.
He looks to bounce back from his last outing when he allowed the 6 tracking. Time now to take a look at the Mets' upcoming schedule.
We are underway out here in Queens, and there are some superstars in these lineups. JD Martinez is definitely the Red Sox best hitter, but they went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. And for the Mets, my first time seeing Francisco Lindor in his new uniform, their $300 million man. Pete Alonso, always great to see him as well. But right now, no score, top of the second inning. There is a decent amount of space out here, of course, because of social distancing. It's kind of cold though, I'm not expecting the balls to carry that well, so we'll see if there's any action for me tonight. Well, I clearly have no idea what I'm talking about. Right after I finished saying that the ball probably wasn't going to carry very well, Jeff McNeil launched a solo home run into the second deck in right field, and then the Red Sox answered with some long ball action of their own. Bobby Dalbec blasted one to right center, and so we're tied, 1 apiece, top of the 4th inning. And if there's one more thing that I can say / complain about for right now, it's the cost that I paid to sit out here tonight 400 feet from home plate. I should admit that I did not buy these tickets directly for the Mets, so that does elevate the cost. $245 total for this pair. That is outrageous. But in the year of COVID, with reduced capacity, sometimes you gotta pay up. And on a normal night when, there could be a full house and plenty of people are selling their seats, you could easily get a pair for like 40, 50 bucks out here. Especially in April when it's cold, but the Red Sox are popular, that adds to it, so, You know where I'm glad I'm not sitting tonight? Behind that new hideous hole near the left field foul line. The Mets have increased the amount of protective netting, which in my opinion was already excessive in the first place, and yet the players are still chucking baseballs over it to the fans. You know where else I'm glad I'm not sitting? Right behind these fans who spent more time jumping out of their seats than sitting in them. That was supposed to be a shot of the Red Sox taking the lead in the top of the 6th inning. We're in the bottom of the frame now, and I want to point out a quality pitching sequence from Red Sox starter Garrett Richards. First, he busted Pete Alonso up and in with some chin music, and then he followed that up with a wipeout slider down and away. I love noticing stuff like that, and I gotta give a shout out to Fenway Chris behind the camera, who did a great job of filming it. And by the way, guys, if you've noticed my face mask, it has my logo on it. You can't buy it. This thing is one of one. The Red Sox closer brought his A game tonight. He struck out Pete Alonso on a nasty off-speed pitch, got Michael Conforto to pop up to shortstop, and finished off J.D. Davis with another strikeout. And that was it. Final score, Red Sox 2, Mets 1. And you know, for a team that was not expected to do a whole lot this year, the Red Sox are off to a great start in the first month of the season. Always fun to see them play, and I'm definitely hoping to make it up to Fenway at some point this year, not sure when. As for me and all the baseballs, well, I fell short of double digits, but I'm not about to start complaining. 9 total balls today, that's always a solid number, including all the giveaways. That brings the lifetime total to 11,305. And I gotta get going. I have a long night ahead of me because limo driver Chris, which is one of his new nicknames, is driving me to Baltimore. The next video is coming from Camden Yards, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. The game is over, people are leaving, and the escalator is still going up.
That's the Mets for you.